The blockade of Berlin becomes a public relations disaster for the Soviets, and they are forced to abandon it in 1949. The Soviets and the East Germans allow regular transit of goods to West Berlin to resume. The borders between the Soviet and free sectors are mere checkpoints. In many places, they are just white lines painted in the street. In fact, a number of East Germans work in the West since the jobs and the currency are much better. Stalin seems to be slipping. This bold play for Berlin inspires the formation of NATO, an alliance of North Atlantic nations formed to counter Soviet threats like the blockade of Berlin. The Soviets and the Americans stand toe-to-toe. After Stalin dies in March of 1953, Soviet boss Nikita Khrushchev again issues ultimatums and demands for withdrawal. But the Allies stand their ground. June 1953. Previously secret communist footage shows residents of East Berlin rioting against the tough East German government that controls every aspect of their lives.
There were the East Berlin revolts of 1953, in which people got out and tried to smash Soviet tanks, not very effectively, but they did demonstrate their unhappiness with the way the system was working out in East Germany, because there was some economic growth, but there was no initiative. No people could really take their independent economic initiative. They had merely to respond to the state.
Tens of thousands of East Germans riot, first in Berlin and then in the countryside. They release political prisoners and overrun the East German government. But the true power behind Ulbricht and the GDR soon appears. The Soviets whisk their puppet leader away in a tank and battle protesters in the streets. Over 1,000 East Germans die that month in 1953.
East Germans were leaving in enormous numbers, coming into West Germany, which kind of threatened the stability of the East German communist state, so that we were getting reports about what President Kennedy planned to do, what Chancellor Adenauer was saying about it, what Willy Brandt, the mayor of West Berlin, was going to do about it. There was a sense of something imminent, something very drastic about to happen, but we didn't know what.